Hello, welcome back. Okay, we had 114 people watching that other live. Look at it. Sometimes when you end the live, YouTube be taking away some of the views, you know. So if 114 of you was up there, why the harass here wasn't in the live, saying something? Okay, I need this plug. I want to take my stuff out. I need this plug to work. Alrighty. Alrighty. I need to grab I need to put up the thumbnail one time and grab the links. I got one new subscriber. A couple more. Mm-mm-mm. Let me run use the restroom and come back. By the time I come back, he should be here. He says it's on his way. Okay. I'm trying to multitask here. Mm. Save to playlist. Hey Jojo, you back? Jojo, could you help me grab them links? I'm like a nervous wreck now. My anxiety start popping off again. Okay, let's come into the live from this phone. Hit the thumbs button. We're up to 15 people. Hi, welcome everybody. Come on into the live. Hit the thumbs button. I just ended the live and I had 134. Not up on the live now. When I end the live, you see them there. Mm? If you are coming into the live, hit the thumbs button. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to hit the thumbs button. It's one simple step. Touch, tap, and you're done. You could become one of my team member. Yeah, you gotta pay for to become a team member. Who gonna become my team member today? Don't go running. Oh God, my driver said he's gonna be here. Come on. Where's my thumbnail? I'm trying to find my thumbnail. I'm trying to multitask it. I'm trying to. Oh Jesus. Okay, I didn't grab the link yet. Fudge. I'm trying to look for the link. Grab a link over here. You getting the link? If you get the link up before me, I'll be good. I'm trying to look for add the thumbnail to the damn thing. This is a good time. Yes. Come on, show me the ratted thing quick now. Okay, which link is that? Could you put Alfonso link up too? That look like my driver. Shit. I'll put up the thumbnail because I only could put up the thumbnail from the laptop. The thumbnail gonna have to wait till I come back. Let me run to the bathroom quick. Put up Alfonso link also. Let me run to the bathroom. That's it. don't like to rush on that. All this shit should have been done. Okay, people, let's go. I'm gonna grab one phone. We're gonna leave that one. 81 people. Come on, guys. Please hit the thumbs button. Like up the live. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to my 2 appointments in one. Let me unplug this stuff here. It's cold outside, but they say it's gonna get up to 60 degrees. I didn't put them down. My shoes are just like slip on, but my foot don't feel like it's swelled up already. I just mash it for now against. Let me grab my walker. Okay, I have a car. It's just a regular car. That's my driver. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Beautiful out.
Yes, it is.
And it's going to get a little nicer.
Thank you.
You need a hand? You good?
Can you just
Yeah,
put it back?
You got it.
Thank you.
You're
Okay. They have people up in there. But let me lock the top lock. Oh, let's hold on to this railing and try to get down. Oh, hold on, Georgia. I reach it when I sit down in the car. I got 5 steps to go down.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Breathe.
Thank you. Let me try to put my foot in the shoes one time. Oh, God. My foot's stiff. Let me turn up. Bye, guys. Yes. Good morning. Is it supposed to get like 60 something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be mid-high 60s today. And it's actually supposed to be the same tomorrow. And then Friday it's supposed to be high 50s, low 60s, but rain. Not all day, but part of the day. And the weekend's supposed to be... We get all this nice weather during the week, and then the weekends the weather stinks.
Yeah, so much rain the weekend. Saturday? It's Saturday we had the rain all day, all night? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. No, it was Saturday. Sunday was okay, but it rained most of Saturday.
Yeah.
It's been raining the last few weekends. It's been terrible because, what was it, the first weekend in March, that Saturday was the St. Patrick's Day fair in Stamford. And it was on that Saturday. And
it was canceled?
It was brutal. No, they
they still,
but they should have.
They still have it in the rain?
They're they have all the stuff planned. You kind of have to go through with it. But
I guess it's rain or shine. I'm not going out there no parade in the rain.
And it was bad. I saw pictures, and you could tell that the only people that you could imagine, give or take, I don't know, for argument's sake, we'll say up and down the parade route, and it's a good, couple thousand feet. There might have been 500 people. I bet the 500 people, 80% of them were people watching people that they knew in the parade. They weren't there for the parade.
Yeah.
Because, it wasn't a good day to go out and really do anything.
No, it wasn't. It was just rain and rain all day.
Yeah.
All night.
Yeah.
So Some of those people probably sick now. Why would they have the parade still?
I know,
It was
I thought about that. Because it was also kind of cold. It was just a crappy day in every sense of the word. It was just terrible. But, you know, you put that much money into it, you know, they kind of had to go with it. But yeah.
So that was a St. Patrick's Day parade?
That was, well, the whole thing was, because St. Patrick's Day really is Sunday.
Oh, yeah, this Sunday.
But they tried to do it 2 weeks early, Stanford, just to kind of be the first one. Maybe, you know, because there's so many other parades in other towns around.
Yeah.
They didn't want to compete. So they kind of rolled the dice and they crapped out.
Okay.
Yeah. They, you know, they've done it, I guess, early like that the last couple of years. And, you know, they've been pretty fortunate with weather and it worked out. So they did it again this year and Mother Nature decided to mess it up.
Well, we have no luck. We can't compete with the weather. We never know.
You know, which is why when people try and tell me about how the Earth is going to be a certain way in 100 or 200 years, I don't know how they can tell me that when they can't tell me what the weather's going to be like in 5 days. You know,
well, they could predict what they see, but they don't necessarily.
It's true.
It's true.
Right.
I guess they get trained to read it like that,
They
but
do.
then
Believe me, I think a lot of the people that push the agenda that the country and the world is coming to an end because of climate change, most of them are inspired by grants from people that want them to say a certain thing, and it's not really what's the right word? It's not that objective. They're basically saying, here, we're going to give you a couple $100,000 for you over the next year to do whatever, but the company that gave you that is a company that, you know, promotes carbon credits, or, you know, that climate change is going to destroy the earth in 10 years. I mean, Al Gore said New York City would have been underwater 10 years ago. Al Gore's a clown, but regardless.
But didn't they say it was kind of sinking a little bit?
Yeah, they don't. There's nothing that they can really prove. And you know what? If it's going to sink in 500 years or 1,000 years, then so be it. I'll be very honest with you. What happens in 1,000 years from now is not my major concern. I don't want the country to be destroyed now. What may be happening, because they found out about 10 years ago that the majority of the data that people were basing the climate being so warm and everything changing was based on false data, and that they fudged it, and that basically the email saying, yeah, you know what, we did all the research and it's not really looking the way you guys want it to look. The Earth really isn't warming at some ridiculous amount that's going to make the world's change and the glacier and all that crap. That's not going to happen. And they're like, well, you kind of have to make it look like that's a very big possibility. And they did. And for 20 years they got away with it. And then somehow or another certain things got out, and they found out that the majority of the data that they were basing their predictions on was
not true.
Yeah, it was BS. And was not, it didn't spell the narrative they wanted it to.
Well, we're just having a lot of strange weather, so don't you think it's based on what they say?
You know what? Here's the thing. The weather does all these, the tornadoes and things like that, there's less tornadoes and hurricanes now than there have been in the last 100 years. The problem is we have a media and we have the opportunity to see it all. So because people are reporting on the one or two big ones, and the overall majority, the numbers are actually, frankly, quite down. So it's kind of like, okay, there's a couple bigger ones, but say there's usually 10,000. Like 10 years ago, there was 10,000 more than there are now. But the ones that are now, every once in a while, are a little bigger. So they, you know, it gets more, you know.
What is this person trying to do?
Asshole. That was bad. They didn't even put their blinker on.
No.
You're just a moron. Go back to Florida. But, yeah. So, I mean, also, full disclosure, I'm not a big climate change person. I think the majority of the climate change hysteria is BS. And they haven't been able to prove it. And I mean, I know that the glaciers are, but I mean, the Earth goes through heating and cooling points. And I mean, I think they say that the temperature has gone up 0.02 degrees in the last 200 years, and they say in the next 300 years it's maybe going to go up 1 degree or half of a degree. It's not enough to make. It's not enough to change anything, let alone change the way we're going to, get rid of fossil fuels, and everything needs to be, solar, or everything has to be, And the problem is, if you want to change it, they should do nuclear power, because nuclear power now is safer than it's ever been. Most of Europe is powered with nuclear power, and they.
How you do nuclear power?
What's that?
I was nuclear power.
They'll take the problem with nuclear power is, getting rid of all the uranium and the things that pollute things.
Yeah.
But because of the way things were 30 years ago, they don't make them like that anymore. And if you were to make them, they'd make them so, they're, things like Chernobyl happened because Russia is a third world country, and they didn't do what they needed to do to protect their nuclear power. And therefore, what happened. What happened in Japan when they had the nuclear reactor, apparently the housing facility in Japan where the nuclear power was stored was cracked, was flawed, and people looked the other way for the problems there because it was going to cost too much money to repair. So the company cheaped out, and ultimately it led to what happened. Now, with the regulations and stuff that we have in this country, we have too many regulations, frankly. But for that, they would be so stern that you couldn't get away with doing anything. And it's all self-contained. There's no emissions. There's no nothing. There are clean ways to recycle the uranium. They've figured out ways over years to do that. But a lot of people are still afraid of nuclear power. But I mean, most of Europe is powered by nuclear power. So Europe isn't falling apart. I mean, it is for other reasons, but it has nothing to do with nuclear power. And Germany, as an example of why we can't go the full zero emissions, is 10 years ago, the solar to fuel it. And they realized that they didn't have the power, so then they went back to the price for the fuel. The average person in Germany, all in the last 20 years or 10 years, have been paying like 2 times what we pay, almost 3, or any cleaner, and yet everybody's pocketbook tapped. So the technology isn't there to do what they want it to do, and everyone thinks that, just throw some windmills up. Do you know how many birds and how many endangered species those things kill? It's ridiculous.
Wow.
They, all the people that are about the environment, all the other things that they're destroying in order to put these things that are supposedly going to help the environment, the zero-sum game, I mean, if you were going to take a bunch of solar panels and say, wipe out all of Reading, Connecticut, and put them all just in Reading to power the state.
Yeah.
I mean, how much wildlife and how many things are you destroying in order to put that there? Lots. And, you can't have it both ways. And I'll say this, like I say everybody that I, talk to about the climate. As long as China and India and half of Africa are burning fossil fuels in their third world countries, there's nothing you can do. Whatever we do here will be negated by what they do in those countries, because they pollute 9 times more than the United States does. So even if we didn't pollute at all, whatever problems, I mean, we all share the same earth.
Yeah.
So whatever they're doing totally knocks out whatever it is we're doing. And China's putting up coal plants, like 2 coal plants a month for like the last 10 years. So they're not doing anything to help the environment. So all we're doing is basically hurting ourselves by maybe, I don't know. Again, we don't have the technology to do what the environmentalists want us to do. It's just not plausible. It's not workable. But Germany did it It was a disaster. And what did they do? They took all the crap up and they put in fuel lines, and now they're back on fossil fuels. They tried and it didn't work. The technology's not there. When the technology's there and you eat worth it, then that's a different story. But we're nowhere near where we need to be. I mean, we'll all be dead and gone before that technology.
Before somebody make
it. It's not going to happen in our life.
Somebody got to create.
Right. Someone has to create it in the private sector. Not the government giving money to companies that are just going to take the money and kind of do nothing. And then after 5 years, the government says, well, what'd you do? Well, we're kind of finding out that it's a little harder than that. And I mean, thanks for the billions of dollars. That's cool. I bought 3 new homes. But, it's not really going to, we're not really going to save the earth. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we gave you this money. That's money well spent. It's just, again, the technology's not there. It hasn't been made. And people think that it has been. So they want everything to change, and it's just not believable. But when I say that, I'm called a climate denier, which is fine. I can prove my point I've argued and debated a lot of people about climate change. And no one changed either one's mind, but so
every country, then Haiti have something today.
What's that?
They have something happened in Haiti yesterday.
Oh God, I don't know what happened in Haiti, but it was terrible, and it's turning into like beyond a third world. They got all that money after the hurricane, and like 500 families took all the money. They didn't do anything to Haiti. No. Haiti got screwed. They got billions of dollars, and no one from Haiti, none of the people ever got the money. Same in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's so crooked, and Puerto Rico wants to be a state? You kidding me? There's no way you can make Puerto Rico a state. Never. It's so crooked. It's like, it's more crooked than most third world countries. But because it's kind of part of America, we kind of have to look the other way. But that's why every year the Puerto Ricans all yelling, and I have a lot of Puerto Rican friends. I want to be a state. I'm like, your country, your nation state of Puerto Rico is a disaster, and it's run by corrupt people. So that's a big fat no. And they yell at me. They go, you hate Puerto Rico? I said, no, I don't. But Puerto Rico's in rough shape, and it's a shithole. Frankly, I hate to say it. Puerto Rico's in rough shape. They can't be a state. Same with Washington D.C. They want to make D.C. a state. That I don't know. All the other stuff. It's a rough time. The United States is in a rough patch.
True.
We're in a rough patch, but we are the USA, so hopefully we can pull ourselves out of it. But hey,
one fine day, I don't know when.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. They're not pulling themselves out of it anytime soon. I wish they were, but it doesn't look that way. I don't have you for a pickup, so I think somebody else is picking you up.
Okay.
I just always ask anyway. Are you going to be done like 12-ish or a little later?
About 12, because I have two appointments.
2 of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just asked just to put it in my head. You're not on my schedule, which means on somebody else's schedule. There's like 8 other drivers, so that's probably.
Okay.
But I usually pick you up and take you.
Yeah.
So, but I noticed that I usually take somebody else today, and I didn't, and I think that's why they didn't have me pick you up.
Okay.
But all you need to know is either way, someone will be here.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I'll call them when I'm finished.
Yeah. You know, they should probably be here at 12, or they should call you, actually. I mean, you can call me, but there should be someone here to pick you up. But if there isn't anyone here to pick you up, then give me a call, and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay?
Alrighty. Thank you so much.
You got it? You got everything? Okay.
I think
if I don't see you, I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye. Make sure I have everything on my other phone. Okay, we had a nice long talk. What can you say about that? Nice, right? So he went to college and all of that stuff. And that's why he's Thank you. All right, have a good day.
You too. God bless.
God bless you, sir. You got gum or something in my mouth. Is it the physical therapy first or the nutritionist? I think it's the physical. Okay, let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. I've put hot in here. I feel like sitting yet. Come on, I have my ice on my leg, my knees, and a couple of days on my knees. What time is it now? 10:43. Appointments for 11. Let's walk in a little bit. It's empty. We have a few minutes to the doctor calling. The terrorists. We have 44. Let's put this on the charger. This damn phone could run down to fucking fast. Which gum do you like? Thank you.
If there were no moans and groans, we wouldn't be here.
There's so much pain.
I skipped today.
I'm smiling now when I get in there. Stretch my I'm gonna be pushing my leg. I'm gonna be smiling then. I would not be smiling then. Come here, come here. We had a good conversation with the driver. I can't really talk about it because I'm not good at talking about climate change and those stuff. So I was just listening. But life keeps chipping out. Because there's a lot of trees over that side. So the signal is bad. So now I'll come here, pick up this signal, the Wi-Fi from Spain.
Another thing that my daughter does is she has best can take off the little picture. And she uses strips.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna actually put some strips on this too.
And she's been doing it for years.
Which one?
Guys, please subscribe to my backup channel.
She used the press one. She buys the
Did I put the link up? Jojo, could you put the link up? Please? I don't have to leave the live without putting up the link. Let's see. See, look at that. Let me paste it. I'm tired now. I want to sleep.
How are you? Good, thanks.
Yeah, about 50, 10 minutes. Could you grab the links and for me, please? I can't. I'm not getting them posts.
Marketing in this country is phenomenal. Everything is marketed. All research. No, it's here.
Can't grab none of my legs right now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I reached my appointment. A couple minutes, but I want to wrap up the live. When I'm leaving, I'll come back. Maybe according to how I feel.
Oh, Kristen. Your appointment was at 10, babe.
No, she Oh, I was right here for that.
She has 2. Oh, you've come back for something else?
Yeah, I had these,
Okay. I had a heart attack right
Oh.
now.
I see you.
Yeah, I see Lisa after.
All right. Okay, could you, 10 o'clock,
I put some
10 I saw right.
stuff on my hair, shrinking my hair.
Oh, you're so funny.
No, I'm not.
You know, when I was younger, I couldn't stand this style. I couldn't stand putting my hair like this. But now I don't give it. Give it a look.
Anyone, sorry, I didn't even realize.
Anyway, thanks for watching. What a run.
Everything is done. I'm just gonna look and make sure that there's anything that wasn't declaration to me.
Peace out.
Thank you, but
Signing out. All right, Jojo. Could you grab the links and for me before I go, real quick? Take a minute, please. The link from the backup channel. I tried to grab it, but it's not pinning. I can't get it pinned because I'm using my Wi-Fi. Let me see. I already switched to their Wi-Fi, right? Don't know why I'm... They need to upgrade some of these things. I'm tired of using them. Alright, peace out.